Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new playthrough. This is for I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. If that's not how you say it, I am so sorry. This randomly was in my Steam store and was like, hey, you might like this. And it looked pretty cute. I didn't really read what it was about. I just saw it and I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And it came out on the PS5, and I just got a PS5 for my 5-year anniversary. So I thought this will be the first game I buy. And this will be the first game that we see on the PS5 here on the channel. But yeah, if you do enjoy this episode, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this series. This is probably going to be way pre-recorded. I probably won't release this until I'm almost done, so I'll see you in the comments. So let's go. New game. I have zero idea what I'm getting myself to. Wake up. Warning. This game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warning in the system menu and details list. Okay. I'm okay. You wake up to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke, fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Fortuna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Oh! Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She gestures and shouts. She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lung full of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Though through it you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. What the fuck is that? Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? What the fuck? The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Ew. Also, I have a Limonada San Pellegrino. I'm thirsty, guys. It says I was a teenage exocolonist. Does that mean I'm dead? Or I'm not any longer? Thinking, who knows? You were born on Stratospheric Earth, first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which makes fresh air and vegetables for the ship. They look sick. Oh, my mom's sick. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Fortuna 4? In the hope that you could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They named you Solana, Solancia, something else. How about Solancia. I think we're gonna be a girl for once. We'll go right here. We're never really a female in any of the games we play, so we might as well try it. Now for a name. It always comes to this as I drop my controller. We never have a name pick. Sorry, I don't know how much of that actually recorded me speaking. Hopefully all of it. But we have to pick a name. I never have a name picked. That's my bad. What to name? Give me 1 second. Alright, so I figured out a name. I picked like a solar system name. I don't know what solar system they're in this. But one of, I think it's Uranus's moons is called Ophelia. And Ophelia is, you know, pretty, and she's in like Shakespeare. She's in Hamlet. I do remember that. So, why not? It also is Greek for, I think, help. Ophelia. No. That is our name. Okay. Oh. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. I wonder it's like, I wonder if this is what Returnia will be like. So this is our character name, she, her. We have empathy, persuasion, creativity, if I could fucking speak, bravery, reasoning, organizing, engineering, biology, toughness, perception, combat, and animals. Every child on the Stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement by age 6. You see the first signs of yours. Eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament. Now, what is, what would come in handy? I don't even know what the game is about. So, I don't even know which one of these I should choose. I think how about absorbent brain, because that seems more like we're smart, I guess, which we're not here, so in real life, so we might as well be smart in the game. You know? Make it make sense. Makes sense. Professor Hall says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. That's why I'm stupid. Not for you. You're always learning, and your curiosity knows no end. +1 skill on brain challenge win. Our reasoning went up. Other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Energetic and loyal. Tough and gentle, bold and confident, quiet, sure, sweet and shy. They're only showing me 4 characters and giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends to choose from. Like, well, how? Nominee, Mars, Dice, Tangent, and Tammy. Okay. Um, I'm gonna pick. I like dice. I don't know. It's a weird name. We'll go with that one. I don't know who that. Okay, it's the emo boy. We're fine with that, I guess. He can be our bestest friend. Unlike he's quite an adventurous, so he wants to go adventurous with us. Unlike his studious twin sister, Tangent, Dice sits in the back of the classroom and doodles on his hollow palm. You bond while cracking jokes. Good God, about the weird diagrams in your textbook. His quiet nature and his morbid curiosity makes him somewhat of a loner, but at least he has friends in you. +2 in your first or last pain. Wait, that's not right. Let's just look at who everyone is. Sorry. That's her. Plus strength under 2. Cal. Mars. This little girl. And then Tammy. Tammy's adorable. But we'll stay with Dice because it's... Is his name Dice? Or is it Dice? I don't know. Yes. DYS is our friend. Dis. How about Dis? Dis secret. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Howe says it's like a doorway to the other star systems. With the planet Vitamina 4 on the other side. That has to be 4, right? IV 5 minus 4? 5 minus 1 is 4? Yeah? Okay. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. Listen, like I said, I'm not very smart. And so, if that's a problem with you, I'm sorry, you can just leave, because it's not going to get any better than this. I am so sorry to tell you. Also, our character is adorable. Oh, when the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, and then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pod just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Ophelia, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as the siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You tried to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out the porthole. The stars are gone. You're frightened. You try to brave for the others, get in touch with your emotions. Find a distraction. You know what? Let's try to be brave. Yeah, let's try to be brave. Sometimes you pretend to be confident so people around you will be less scared. You look over at your classmate, Tang, and realize she's doing the same thing. She gives you a hard smile. You return it and keep focusing on your breathing. You wait. The shaking builds. And everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear a distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this is what happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall, head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fills dramatic ridges and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. "Hurry up," she says. "I'm not going to let you miss this." Distant, you can feel the ship shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into a warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the med bay. The med bay under you plays a soft tone, and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. You may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight, trees, ground. Sunlight? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the window. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere and people walking around outside, on the ground. You better get out there and join them. Rush outside and start your new life. Oh! Shadow Colony. The living quarters. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small, and you share one with your parents. So colonists spend most of their time in the big commons area. There's a lounge and cafeteria and a creek where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. I don't know what that is. I actually don't know what that word is. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship quarter behind her. "You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad." She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. To walk, use the left stick. Okay. Hi, Tammy. Tammy looks concerned. "You slept for so long after you bumped your head. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad's working over at the geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. It's scary outside." Girl. What's this? The engineering. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and med bay. You know the route to your classroom well, and the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. "Don't forget to study hard, Ophelia." Okay. And then what's this? The garrison. A small team led by the security chief Rhett was enough to keep the peace on the Stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertumina, the garrison was expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range with big covered dojos. All the best, and the best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Sick. Okay, there's a sports ball, and this is... There's our dad. Dad, I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta see what this is. The command. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off of tiny, nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of the hallway opens into a supply depot, which works as both a requisition office and a general store. Beyond it are carnivorous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth. Cavernous, sorry. Now being gradually unpacked and distributed. View the notice board? Notice board. Colony food shortfall, 100% low. Colony security rating, evaluating. Upcoming event. We will be hosting our first annual festival during the second week of Dust. Chief Administrator Seek. Notice, take precaution outside the colony boundaries. Xenophonia have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Current council administration. Governor Etiquette Command. Chief Administrator Seek Command. Security Chief Rhett. Chief Engineer Instance. Chief Cultivator Flulu. Chief Steward Inquisitant, and Chief Surveyor Melatonin. Melatonin? Okay. Yeah, these names are weird. And I can't pronounce any of them. Hi, Dad! Ophelia, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away a whole year. My snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with a joke. I love you, Dad. Welcome to Vertumna? He says, UMNA Vertumna. I can't say that word. Gestures around. I have too big of buck teeth. I can't be saying all that kind of shit. You've seen the Stratospheric from the outside. You've never seen the Stratospheric from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated into two and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. It's beautiful. How did you do this so fast? What's outside the wall? It's beautiful. I'm glad you agree, he says. Your mother and we've been waiting a long time to see the grass and trees again, even if they are purple. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what today is? What day it is? He asked. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzy sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package. Some years ago on the ship, inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. I'm just going to open it. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feel of panic rises in your throat. Your hands shake. How? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Ophelia? He snaps his finger. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. He might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Ophelia, but I have to get back to work, and there's an accident when we landed, and he stopped himself. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hall is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing. In the rear end of the dissected ship, then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier, or you can relax in your quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, and then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Ophelia. I love you. I love you too, Dad. To enter buildings, press X near the door or flag. Choose an activity for the month to gain a skill and advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. Oh, okay. There's a time limit. This is super adorable. Here's our best friend. We're like 2D, but 3D. We're like 2D. Such a cutie. Hi! His name is Dis, right? You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. He's hiding from somebody. He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the wall, he says quietly, looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous, dark, and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Dad always told you that dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there's monsters out there. I believe you set my thing up, so our parents will keep us safe. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic. I can't tell. Nobody believes me. He turns back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Oh, stop making fun of me. You're bad as Mars. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dis. Hi, Ophelia. Okay, her name is Anemoone. That's not right. I'm gonna call her Annie. Seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from the snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold. But it's still neat, and you still can make stuff out of it. Your foggy hair clears a little. Annie is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. What are you making? Haven't seen any monsters? Aren't you as cool? What you making? Just snow spirals. But earlier, me and Cal made big snow pile. You missed it while you were sleeping medbay. She smiles her broad gap tooth smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Why aren't you at school? She smacks her forehead. School? I wonder where everybody was. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you. No fair. She's getting a head start. This is not engineering. I'm gonna make sure there's no one else out here. Here? Creativity, persuasion, friendship with tangent, and 15 stress. Biology, reasoning, friendship with tangent, 15 stress. Biology, reasoning, or creativity and persuasion. I'm gonna take creativity and persuasion. Welcome, Ophelia, Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient earth poetry too. You seemed excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruent's scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Congruence. That's her name. Congruence. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal and I could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what Ventermina colony means to you. Freedom, equality, democracy, friendship are all here. I feel safe here. Freedom, equality, and democracy. You list all the key words you think of to describe an ideal government. Did you say freedom yet? Although you aren't totally sure if the colony's government is a real democracy, you know that the council votes on things, but you don't get to vote. And who chooses the council members anyway? The governor? Who chooses the governor? The council? You may just be a kid, but you could tell you're missing something here. Get to work. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the months passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. The order matters. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward doing your best. Bonus for pairs, same numbers together. Okay. Bonuses for straights, increasing from left to right. There are more cards in a flush pair, or straight, the higher the bonus added to your total. Cards also affect each other. You can be rearranged to find the best total score. Okay. So 0, 0, 1, 2, or this 0 there. There we go. Okay, we won, right? When working on the clash, you play quickly. You'll play a quick game. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we won, right? Win. Victorious, you worked well this month. +1 creativity. Your skill increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge, and kudos bonus if you make a highest score hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax and quarter wing. So we got creativity +3 +1, so 4 creativity, 2 persuasion, and 15 stress, and then friendship with 10 a person. Oh, I was like, what is that noise? It's raining outside. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away. But there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the Stratospheric, when you saw them all the time. You stay up and you wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I've learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Dad smiles. And Professor Howe will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it opens. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom. I think there's a lot of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on her shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas on how you can spend your time. And come by Geophonics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Shoveling dirt at Geophonics, okay. Early quiet. Mid quiet. Well, it's been 1 month. Each time is a month, right? Okay. System. Save. We'll name this just Ophelia. Oh. That should work, right? Here's our friends. You're 10 years old and a keen learner thanks to the hyperactive neurons in your brain. You have innate understanding of others, and you're almost never afraid. Almost. Okay. Well, that was enough for the first episode. We're going to keep these a little bit short. That was cute. This seems cute. I can't wait to dive in a little bit more, but we're gonna have to wait until the next episode to see what all we can do. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.